I'm Steve Orrick with Rhino Tool Company. I've been the sales manager here for about 11 years now. Rhino Tool Company was founded in 1975 by Robert Martin. He had a dream to build professional grade post drivers for professional people to use. And then in 2008, Jim Martin, his son, took over the company. And in 2010, we invented the gasoline operated post driver. There was no market niche. There was a niche that was not filled. So he had an idea for a vibrator that he turned into a post driver. And that's where the first pneumatic post drivers came from, handheld pneumatic post drivers. So he took it into different industries. Instead of just being for professional fencers, Jim took it into rental. He took it into municipalities who use a bunch of our tools. And then when the gasoline post driver came out, it was an overnight success for him. So with the pneumatic and hydraulic post drivers, we went through factory reps, is how we went to market. We knew with the gasoline operated post driver, we were going to need service out in the field. So we decided to go with outdoor power equipment distributors who had dealers set up all over the United States so we could get service done on our tools. Rhino Tool Company is manufactured in Kewanee, Illinois. We have 2 facilities here. So Kewanee, Illinois is situated right between Peoria, Illinois, which was the hometown of Caterpillar, and 45 minutes in the other direction is the hometown of John Deere, Moline, Illinois. So all of our parts that we don't make here is made by a Tier 1 manufacturer for either Caterpillar or John Deere. You know, if you have something shipped from China, you've got to order a container load to make it worthwhile. So that's one way that we're able to keep costs down. Being close to them, if we do see a problem in our parts, we can visit the factory, walk through the process with them, and figure out where it went wrong. The factory is laid out in order of how it's going to be used. So the steel will come in the front door. We've got our saw and steel rack set up right there. We'll cut the parts. It'll then go to welding, where the parts will be welded up. From welding, it'll get cleaned and blasted. We have our own powder coat booth, so that steel part will go into powder coat, then to assembly. That's the basic steel rundown for how things that come in our front door and get out our back door. An assembler takes about 30 minutes to assemble the parts, is about all that takes. It's getting the parts to him is the rest of the process. Like our castings are about 3 months, so we have to make sure we carry enough parts to last us for 3 months plus safety stock, and that's how we handle that. Out here we've got people testing every part that comes in. From there, those parts go into assembly. Our products are hand assembled, so those assemblers are looking at those parts every single time they put them together, testing for fit and function. They'll run the piston to make sure that it works. That's the process. On our pneumatic side, they'll actually put it on a test stand and turn on every single unit to make sure the pistons function. Right. What makes Rhino so reliable is the quality of the components that we use. We use virgin grade aluminum to make the castings, so there's no pop cans or beer cans in there for a fracture to start, which is important because this is an impact tool as well as a high vibration tool. And then we take 8620 steel to make our hammers and anvils. Those are the parts that do all the work. And we're so confident of those 2 parts, we have a lifetime warranty on the 2 parts that do all the work in our drivers. One of the things that Rhino did with the gasoline operated post driver is we partnered with distributors that would treat the customer the way we wanted to treat the customer. If we ran across someone who wasn't doing that, then that's not who we wanted to work with. That's how we pick distribution, and we're sure that our distributors that we pick dealers that also treat customers like we would. That was the most important thing about that for us. We've been building post drivers for 50 years, and we're going to continue building post drivers, and we're always going to make them better. Even in our first round of gasoline operated post drivers, we've made improvements in the handle design. We've made improvements in the hammer and anvil design to make them more powerful. We've added adapters that hold the driver straight, which improves driving speed and prolongs the life of the driver. So the evolution of our gas driver, we make our gasoline operated post drivers for professional people using it every day. So people buy Rhinos to make money. That's why they buy them. It's got to work every day. It's got to have longevity. And it's got to be easy to maintain. Professional fencers, municipalities that put in signs, farmers or ranchers that are doing a lot of fencing. So solar installers use it, as well as electricians for putting in ground rods. Rhino uses the highest quality components that you can find, followed by the best customer service in the industry.